Okay, we're on our historical reenactment hunt on the farm of Weltevreden in South Africa's Weltevreden province. But whenever hunters are together in the bush, especially in the northern parts, questions are asked, what about snakes? What about snake bite? And of course the most deadly snake in Africa, the black mamba, is often mentioned. Now, snakebite treatment, it's important to distinguish between cytotoxic and neurotoxic snakes. Cytotoxic snakes cause local tissue damage, bites are extremely painful, but they don't kill you in a short time. You can die from their wounds, but usually at the later stage of septic shock. Ways like that. Neurotoxic snakes are the real dangerous ones, where you can die within an hour or two after the bite. The method of action of the venom is that it paralyzes the muscles, and when the respiratory muscles are paralyzed, the patient can't breathe anymore, and then he dies because of lack of oxygen. Important to note is that the structure of heart muscle is different from the structure of other skeletal muscles, and snake venom usually does not affect the heart muscle. That means if you can keep oxygen in the blood, the patient will not die. Heart don't need any external encouragement to continue with its work of pumping blood. Both the heart muscle, every other part of the body, and especially the brain, need oxygen. Get oxygen into the lungs, save the patient. So, if it is so that the only short-term danger because of snake bite are bites from neurotoxic snakes, it's important that we should concentrate on the treatment of neurotoxic snake bites. In southern Africa, our neurotoxic snakes are, first of all, the black mamba, which is the most dangerous. Then there's, of course, the green mamba in the Natal coastal strip. And then there are a few cobra species which are also neurotoxic. I'd say about the most dangerous of those are the Cape cobra, yellow snake. Then there's also the snouted cobra, what used to be called the Egyptian cobra, also has a neurotoxic. You're bitten by one of those snakes, within about half an hour, you will start experiencing symptoms of paralysis. Eyelids will be drooping, you might have double vision, you might have saliva dripping out of your mouth because you can't swallow, and when you start feeling really paralyzed, if you can't breathe properly, the patient will turn a blue-grey color, which is mucous membranes, and death will not be far off. How do we treat a snake bite victim? If somebody is bitten by a black mamba, it is important to maintain oxygenation of the blood. And because the problem is paralysis, if the respiratory muscles can't do their work, you have to do the work for them. And the good old-fashioned mouth-to-mouth resuscitation could be a way to save the patient. Now here I have a one-way valve system in which you can hygienically provide mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, obviously, if you contact the patient's secretions, then there is a risk of infection, so we don't like to do that. You put this one-way valve on the bottom part into the patient's mouth, top part in the first aider's mouth, and it blows into the patient's mouth and provides breathing. You must lift the chin so the airway is open, and you must close the nose so the air that goes into the mouth doesn't blow out the nose of it. This is very handy because you can fit into a pocket. A better method is the ambu bag. Ambu bag is actually a trade name. The scientific name for this is a bag valve mask resuscitator, a BVM. got a one-way valve this side that pulls in the air, so it goes that way, another one-way valve there, so that you don't have air coming out of the patient into the bag. It goes out sides of the mask here, which is here. And so you press this, it blows the air into the patient. So it's very simple. Somebody's bitten by a black mamba, and you know that it's a black mamba. First of all, you take that patient, get him into a vehicle, take him to hospital, where the specific treatment antivenom will be taken. But so that he can reach the hospital alive, you watch the patient on the way, he starts having difficulty in breathing, you give him artificial respiration with the ambibag. This is an oropharyngeal airway, because when somebody is unconscious, the tongue tends to pull back against the pharynx and close the airway, which makes this breathing difficult. So, if a patient is not unconscious, when you put in this oropharyngeal airway, he'll gag, it's not present, but if he's going unconscious, he won't feel it, he won't react to that, so that's what's necessary to keep the airway open. So this goes all the way in, fits over the curve of the tongue. This flange prevents it from slipping into the mouth, even being swallowed. So you put this into the mouth, and the mask over the face, and you give him about one breath every 6 seconds. That will be 12 breaths per minute. Most people tend to do it too fast when they're doing it. It's not dangerous as such. When you're really on your nerves and you have this crisis on hand, it's normal that you'll do things faster than normal. Fortunately, it doesn't really matter. As long as you keep on blowing oxygen into the patient, you'll reach hospital alive. He may not be able to breathe, he may not even be able to open his eyes. Don't think he's dead. He can be paralyzed and he can completely recover as long as you give him his oxygen. Now, the next question, what about tourniquet? Everybody says, what about the tourniquet? Does the tourniquet still have a place in snakebite treatment? Gain time to get the patient to the tourniquet has a very limited place still. Let's ask the question in a different way. To be able to treat the mamba victim with this method that I have explained, you need to be 3 people. One to be the patient, one to drive the vehicle, and one to administer the ventilation. So what about the hunter who likes to hunt alone? We don't go in groups of 3. So that hunter that we can use a tourniquet. You can definitely gain time using a tourniquet. It's important that your tourniquet must shut off the arterial flow, the venous flow, and the lymphatic flow of the vessels in the limb. Presuming that the patient's been bitten on a limb, because the tourniquet only has a place where it's been bitten on an arm or a leg. Now, the pressure in arteries is about the patient that's shocked on his nerves because of the anxiety. The blood pressure would go up to about 180 millimeters of mercury. And to cut off that pressure, you need an elastic tourniquet. Tourniquet is made of pieces of nylon rope, strips of clothing torn from your trousers, gun belts. Don't really work because you can't put on enough pressure. But with a rubber tourniquet, for example, this hunter has been bitten on his arm, on his hand, you can put a tourniquet around his arm. Now see how one-handed is not that easy, but if your tourniquet is long enough that you can first get it to grip. Every time you go around, you put some pressure on, and you manage to apply enough pressure to block arterial flow. And in the process, the lymphatic and venous flow is also cut off, and no venom in this hand that's been bitten can reach his body. You see my hand will be turning blue soon. That's only the hand. the rest of the patient will not turn blue because the venom is restricted to the area that's on bitten. In this scenario, I'm happy that I still have legs. I can start walking to the floors by vehicle and get it going, drive it with one hand all the way to the hospital where I'll tell the people I don't think I want that removing the tourniquet. There's a very specific way it needs to be done if the tourniquet has been on for some time. I'm going to remove it now because it's a few minutes, but if it's been on for 2 hours, the doctors will have to decide what to do. It's possible that they will likely amputate it. That is how serious this decision is. The decision to put on the tourniquet. Very serious. But if you are a hunter, you are alone, and you have to choose between dying today within 2 hours or maybe lose a limb, but still living. That is the choice you've made. That's where the tourniquet is. So, if you're a hunter, you're hunting alone, when the mamba has bitten you, it's very unlikely that you'll find a piece of inner tube lying around in the bush. And this is what my tourniquet is. It's just a strip of inner tube. It's cut about 50 millimeters wide. This one's actually a bit short. If you need to put it onto a leg, it will be a bit short. I prefer it to be at least 2 meters long. This fits easily into a pocket, and good idea to carry it with you if you're hunting, because that way you can save your own life, especially if you're one of those loners. I must say, hunting usually takes place in winter, so the risk of snakebite isn't that high. But that is my idea about putting